The Trump administration is doubling down on the arrest of Newark Mayor Ras Baraka outside an ICE facility in his city. Department of Homeland Security spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin is now suggesting that the New Jersey Democratic Congress members who were there during the scuffle could also face criminal charges. And Trump's border czar, Tom Homan, took it even further.
They can stand out and scream all they want. They can trespass, they'll be arrested. If they impede, they'll be arrested. If they knowingly harbor and conceal, they'll be arrested.
Joining us now is the subject of all that, my hometown mayor, Newark Mayor Ras Baraka. Mayor Baraka, thank you very much for coming to the weekend. Please give us your reaction to Trump officials' response to that incident, particularly what the border czar just said.
Well, I just think it's about intimidation and bullying. This is like moving us slowly towards an authoritarian kind of government here, where they are telling people they can't come to a public place. They can't go onto a facility to even get a tour. We weren't protesting. Nobody barged in. We were there peacefully. I was there for over an hour before they decided to escalate it. These folks simply don't want you to tell them what to do. Unfortunately, that's what democracy is. We have a right to redress our grievances, to speak, against what we think is wrong, and to make people follow the law. And that's what we were doing.
Well, one more question for you. Sorry, Mr. Mayor. What specifically is your issue with that facility?
Well, they won't allow the city inspectors in. They won't allow a fire inspector in. We've been there every morning for a few weeks trying to get the fire inspector in. I was there that morning for about 15, 20 minutes. We go there, seek entry. They refuse. We post it. We're in court with them now. They are saying they don't need a certificate of occupancy. They haven't had an updated one since 20 years. We're saying that they do. And that's a point of contention in the court. It's not solved by Homeland Security. It's not solved by border czar. It's solved by a court. And the court has to weigh in on that. And they have to follow the court's rules. And these people have a pattern of disobeying courts.
Mayor, could you just talk a little bit about the contractor who is operating at the facility, GEO, and it's through ICE that contractor is operating, but they're in your city. What is the legality here of making sure that everything is up to par? I know that I have to have a certificate of occupancy for my home, and you were talking about that and the problems at this facility. Can you just explain the legality here?
Well, GEO is a private group. This is not a federal facility, and they keep acting like it is. It's not a federal facility. They don't have a lease. They have a contract with ICE to operate, hold prisoners or detainees there. This federal facility, this place GEO has to open up under the auspices of local law. Like, they have to get inspections. We have to get a sprinkler inspection, an elevator inspection. You have to get an electrical inspection. All of these inspections are necessary when you are making improvements to a building or adding on to a building or changing the use of a property that was once a drug rehab facility that housed folks that were coming home from incarceration, or a halfway house for a small period of time, now a long-term detention facility. When you've added all of these beds and are doing another kind of use, you have to go through a certificate of occupancy process. There has to be inspections. You may have to go before zoning or planning board as well. They want to avoid all of that and just go forward. And this is just not what the local law says.
Mr. Mayor, I want to zoom out and shift a little bit because we also seem to have a lot of issues at the Newark International Airport. Radar screens went black early Friday morning. We have losing radar and radio contact with the pilots of planes. At least eight or nine times in recent months, controllers lost radio contact with pilots flying into one of the nation's busiest airports. I guess, for you and for the people watching, is it safe to fly into Newark Airport?
Well, I would say it's inconvenient, right? And the fact that they're delaying and canceling flights is because they are concerned about the safety there. I would be concerned if they weren't delaying and canceling flights, given the amount of disruption that we're seeing. And I'm glad that the government has now moved away from this DEI claim and understanding the structural problems that exist there, the fact that we need more air traffic controllers. And there's too many planes in our airspace, frankly. We need to put a gap between the time planes are leaving in coming in to the airport. I mean, to fly fewer planes until we get this thing under control. The fact that there are delays and cancellations is because they're doing this day by day. And it should be a policy now until this thing is under control to limit the number of planes that are coming in and out of there and put more space between ingoing and outgoing flights.
Mr. Mayor, I'm going to come back to the situation you were in on Friday and just play for you what Alina Habba, correct me if I'm wrong, she's the spokesperson for Homeland Security, right?
Alina Habba, no,
she's now the U.S. attorney.
Oh, yeah, the U.S. I'm sorry, even bigger, the U.S. attorney.
She got a new job.
There. Just listen to what she had to say about you and the members of Congress from Friday.
I want to be very clear about one thing. These individuals are already given due process. People don't understand that. If they actually understood that we are giving them whatever they deserve, we do so. But they are, in fact, illegal immigrants. And as is per our laws, per our directive from the executive branch, per our directive from the DOJ, everybody is following the law. You cannot be a politician and break the laws. You can't be a normal citizen and break the laws, most certainly not in New Jersey or anywhere in this country.
Mr. Mayor, plainly stated question, did you break the law?
Absolutely not. I did not break the law. Nothing I did there was unlawful that afternoon. Nothing that the Congress people did there was unlawful. What they're trying to do is create this context where we're breaking the law when they're actually the ones that are breaking the law. And they consistently break the law and they consistently disobey courts. And they're following a person who has broken the law several times. And so this kind of, the words that they're using is kind of hypocritical. And the reality is we're there exercising our rights under the law, in fact. And their opposition to it does not give them the right to arrest us, humiliate us, degrade us, because they don't agree with us.